Well, it's ensemble, but they all have their own, agendas and personalities. I mean, we've got very skillful writers who've got a pretty good track record so far in creating characters and lifting the characters from the book. A lot will be down to us, but a lot is clearly in the script, and it's collaborative. And
there's 13 very distinct and different personalities, and we are an ensemble.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, what he said. Yeah, I agree with him. And we all look very different.
Very different. I look different to him.
Thank God.
I've got a question that my wife actually asked.
Excellent.
What are you doing on Friday?
Yes. Are you mentally prepared for the overnight heartthrob state as you're And what kind of groupies do you hope to attract?
The best.
That's a question that would be best answered by my wife.
Which one?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, because bearing in mind that we probably aren't going to look too much like Adonises. So
speak for yourself, bro.
Well, you can't help it. But I don't think we should probably get ahead of ourselves, and we should wait and see that the critical success of this film is more successful than the.
Yes, we have to be good first.
Yeah, we
have to earn that.
It was actually a chicken. She was obviously blinded by
that wasn't me.
So it wasn't him.
Well, no, I made an effort.
He did make an effort.
I made an effort.
Yeah, what kind of introduction to Wellington and New Zealand was that for you?
The Sevens.
Yeah.
That was great. It was like a typical Friday night for me back home. It's Friday, it's chicken. I feel like chicken tonight. No, it was... well, I made an effort, actually. And,
you did.
But I turned up, I sort of went on a corporate ticket, and I arrived, very, very generous people from the travel company that have been sorting out all our travel, but I was the only one in the box dressed up, and you could just see them talking to me and thinking, he's dressed as a chicken. But
sorry about that, James.
But why? Because I don't know. It felt right.
It looked right. It actually looked fantastic.
No, but it was great. It was a brilliant. I loved it.
One
I mean, it was. I had a great time, and people were very friendly, and it was quite a sociable occasion.
And he hasn't been ribbed about it at work at all.
No, not at all.
We haven't.
I think the highlight was getting his soft feet searched by security at the front gates. That was a highlight for me of the weekend.
But no, it was a great day, and in Damien O'Donnell, you have a future star. He's some player.
He is. Declan.
Declan O'Donnell.
The Irishman. Very good.
His brother Damien.
So what have you thought of Wellington so far?
Well, I brought my family here, so it was a big move for them, and I think a difficult move. I've got, kids at a certain age didn't necessarily want to be dragged to the other side of the world as they saw it, but they're settling brilliantly. We've been made to feel very welcome. They're loving the schools. You could very easily understand why people move here. It's an enormous. I mean, I'm not sort of saying it in a sickly way nor a full way. I mean, just very truthfully, it's an enormous privilege to be here. It's not a bad way to earn a living. It's great.
Do we have any other comments on that?
They don't like it.
The rest of us.
I'm flying out today.
He actually commutes.
Yeah, I haven't given up my house in Potter's Bar yet. No, it is genuinely lovely, and people are, as has been said before, people are bending over backwards to look after us, and they're really, really appreciative of the fact that those of us who've left family behind and are starting new families here. They're being very mindful.
Hopefully.
If nothing, just the maintenance they're helping with.
As somebody that's lived a very nomadic lifestyle for the last few years, not really having a base in a particular country, I feel entirely at home.
A nomad. See ya.
What about the rest of New Zealand? Are there particular places that you want to visit?
I want to go to Poor Knights Island because there's great diving there.
I quite like to ski, but I don't think I'll be allowed.
Most of them want to go to Tai Happy, I think.
I mean, also we can rely on our Kiwi pals here to kind of tell us where to go. Actually, they have to.
We do quite a bit.
No, I mean, we've
was
got
one suggestion.
the great thing about being here so long is that we will hopefully have time to do that, and
Yes.
I think clearly we'll avail ourselves of the opportunity. And it's, you know, it's it's just fantastic.
I'd like to open a question to the Kiwi cast. How has the experience so far been for you guys to be in a group of international company?
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, awesome.
I think it's extraordinary when you've got people like Ken Stott, Jimmy Nesbitt, and Martin Freeman, who, well, and of course all the English and the Scottish. And
some of them, and the Irish. There's Irish as well in there.
And have you forgotten my name?
But when you've been a fan of, from a theatre perspective, of someone like Ken Stott, who is a very, very accomplished stage actor, and to have to meet Ken and talk about, you know, things that you share is an extraordinary experience, and to be in a movie with him and the other gentleman is an extraordinary experience. And we're just, well, I'm speaking for myself, but it seems like we have something in common that is such a wonderful thing to share.
Yeah, we're all dwarfs.
We're all dwarfs, yeah.
One of the things which I think is exceptional is the fact that the director, Sir Peter, has gathered together not just a cast but also a crew of people who are totally as one, totally dedicated, and as yet, having met dozens, hundreds of people on this job, I've yet to come across one tosser. Apart from Mark Hadlow.
I think it's
John.
It's quite overwhelming. When
It does go both ways for us visitors to work with these guys. You know, who, I mean, this man was like 6 different people in Lord of the Rings. You know, and, yeah, these guys are fantastically talented local Kiwi actors, and it's a privilege for us to be working with the best that they have here as well.
Yeah, it was quite daunting, I guess, you know, working with such esteemed company, but like after a while you just get to know they're just really good blokes, you know, and you know, I've had my parents come up last week and they were just amazed at the, you know, just a really good close bunch of people, and yeah, everyone's getting on really well.
Yeah, well this is it. We've been working together for 4 weeks, and it didn't take long before it just felt like we were a bunch of mates, really, and as we've faced a whole lot of challenges already in the sort of training we've been doing, preparing for the dwarf roles, physical training at the gym, stunt fighting, horse riding, dialect work, a whole range of things where we're being helped to be the best we possibly can, and it's hard work, and there's some really tough times, but we're sharing it together with this kind of gang, very staunch gang of people, and I think we've bonded really, really quickly.
Yes.
I'm just so looking forward to going through the whole adventure with these guys.
The thing is that everybody's got a strong personality on this, and everybody's a strong actor, and so in some ways it's just ironed out that we're equal. We're equal, and we're really enjoying that process together.
And to have at the centre of that Peter and Fran, and Philippa, and Zane, of course, who's worked on the before, who's another producer. To have them, you couldn't get more protective of the story, of Tolkien's writing, of the characters. They are the most protective people you could have for that, and to have them sort of at the centre of it and delivering their interpretation of it is fabulous, because they care for this more than anyone does, you know.
William, has the Actors Equity hold up for some attention now that you guys are on the job?
We've just decided it's 2011, and we're just here to do the work, and so we don't even think about it.
That was last year's news.
With such a huge cast and doing the remember so many things, obviously there's several that are very familiar to New Zealanders, but there's a few real new faces here, including both of you there. So, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sorry?
Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Who are you?
Where do you want to start?
Nothing too intimate.
Sorry?
How did you do?
I've been wondering that.
Listen to this. I'll take him out later, that one.
I auditioned back in London, and and kind of got a phone call about 4 weeks after my audition saying that I was offered the part from Peter and Fran and Philippa, and so I was just over the moon, so really excited about it.
And he steals the film, by the way.
Adam is one half of a very cool, chic, small theatre company back in the UK, which has travelled all around the place and is well known for his versatility and his comedy, and also he's extremely cheap.
Oh, it absolutely has changed my life. But it's an adventure. I'm just taking it day by day and working with amazing people, and coming out here is just mind blowing, but so exciting. So exciting.
Richard, we haven't heard from you yet. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and your role?
Yeah, I'm playing Thorin, who is the leader of the dwarves, of this particular group of dwarves on this particular quest.
And can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Me as a person.
You
Would you like to be a little bit more specific? I've got 40 years to talk about.
Why do you think you're suited to this role?
Why do I think I'm
Suited to this role?
suited? That's a good question, actually. That might be one for Peter, Fran and Philippa. But,
Why do you want to play this role?
I just think it's a really amazing opportunity to take a character from a book that I was brought to as a child, and that my first experience on stage was in a production of The Hobbit.
Really?
At the Alex Theatre in Birmingham.
Really?
And I played an elf. Wow. And Gollum was a little papier-mâché puppet with a man off stage on a microphone. So it's, yeah, it's not that different. So it's kind of been there in my kind of childhood very prominently. So to come to it as an adult, a middle-aged man, and kind of have another look at it is a brilliant opportunity.
Richard, you mentioned there about papier-mâché golems.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to acting against green screens and?
Yeah, I was in the mocap studio yesterday actually, which is a first for me, and it really, I've never quite understood the technology behind it, but it really does appear that it's like being in Avatar the movie, and I'm quite looking forward to that. But also, I think with this film in particular, there's enough creative genius in terms of the art department and the technological department, but at the same time, I do think we're going to get out there, in nature and really experience this, possibly more so than a purely technical film, which is really exciting. It's a good marriage of both, I think.
Yeah. And you're all going to be, all the dwarves, I assume you're all going to be covered in prosthetics. I mean, are you looking forward to that?
We don't know yet, actually. It's still up for grabs, hence a little bit of experimentation in the facial hair department. So.
Yeah, we don't all normally look like this.
Yeah.
Martin, it's very exciting for us to have people here, but we forget, I think,
Thank you.
how very famous that Peter is overseas.
Yes.
When you actually meet Peter,
Yes.
quite an experience.
I sort of keep saying that he's as normal as is humanly possible for someone who is richer than Croesus. Yeah, like, someone with as much money and Oscars as he's got. He is phenomenally, genuinely normal. Yeah. And it's not an act, it's not a put on, it's not, because some people are studied normal and some people are kind of hip normal, look at me being normal, I'm drinking tea. But Peter is really...
he's a bloke.
He's an artist.
Yeah. Sorry, not Sir Peter. He'll fucking kill me if I don't say that. Because
he's a nightmare about that.
Oh, yeah, Christ.
One thing that gets you.
Yeah, I didn't realise he's such a monarchist. But no, he is, and I think all of us are finding, because I don't know him very well, but some of the Kiwi guys know him better than we do. But every time I've met him, and I've met him a few times over the years, he's just seems to be a practitioner as opposed to a star. And because he's one of the few star directors on the planet. But he's still the same. He's still the same recognisable being he was probably when he was 12. He's still an enthusiast. He still just wants to lose himself in the game. And it's ideal for us, you know, because the last thing you want is